Hi, in this video we will discuss about solving Fibonacci increment mixed string problem which was given as PBOD on 22nd November 2020. So the problem statement goes like this. First of all, what is increment mixed string operation? Okay, it is an operation which is going to operate with two strings S1 and S2 of same length to generate a new string S3. Okay. So the letters, so when you look at S3, the number of characters will be same as that of S1 and S2. And letters in odd position of S3 is one more than the corresponding letters in S1, and letters in even position of S3 is one more than the corresponding letter in S2. So what is the example given as? S1 is AMEY and S2 is DHFT, and you want to generate S3. Okay. So the first character should come from the string S1 and it is one more than that. So instead of A you will put B, and then the second character you will see that from the second string it should come. So instead of I we will put it as J, it's not I, it's 1 minute, yeah, instead of H, this is second string, instead of H you will put I, and the third string it's odd positions, so it should be taken from the first string. So E and F, okay, E will become F, and the fourth character should be from the second string T. After T you will get U, right? So the new string formed will be BIFU, and if you find a Z in the word, if you want to find the next letter, it is given that A should be used, right? And what is meant by Fibonacci increment mixed string is, already you know what is meant by a Fibonacci sequence, which is based on the previous two numbers. So similarly here Fibonacci increment mixed string is going to do the same operation what we discussed now for as a sequence, right? So first of all we will start with two strings S1 and S2. We will generate S3, okay, and after getting S3 you have to now start from the second and the third one. You will get S4. After that you have to start from the third and the fourth one. You will get S5 and so on, right? That is what is called as a sequence. Now with this example, let us see how you will have 5 elements in the string. Okay, so let us look at it. Yeah, so when you look at the strings, you will see the first two strings given are A, M, E, Y, okay, and the next two strings are D, H, F, T. Okay, this is the first string in the sequence, this is the second string in the sequence, and now you have to find the fifth string in the sequence. That is the problem. You have to find the fifth string in the sequence. So how will we form the third string in the sequence? So the first character should come from the these two strings will be taken, and first character should come from the first string, right? So this one should be taken, so B, and second character from the second one, so H, I, right? Third one F, and fourth one should be from here, and it will be U. Now this will become the first and this will become the second, right? Now we have to generate the third string as we do in the case of Fibonacci, right? Now we have to take the first character from this particular string. So after D you will have E, and second one should be from here I, J, right? So third one from here, instead of F you will get F, G, right? And from here U, V, right? This will be your this is your third string, this is your fourth string in the sequence, and now we are going to generate the fifth string. When you are going to generate the fifth string, you have to consider this is the first string and this is the second string. Now we are going to generate the third string. It's like that, okay? So the first character should come from here. So after B you will have C, second one J, K, right? After F you will have G, and after V you will have W. This is your fifth string in the sequence, okay? First two strings are already given as input, so the fifth string will be CKGW. So let us see, yeah, CKGW is the resultant string. So for this particular input, this is the output. And when we look at the input format, the first two lines contains the strings S1 and S2. That is the first string in the sequence and second string in the sequence. And the next line will contain the value of n, because you are going to find the nth string in the sequence. And you have to print the nth element of the Fibonacci increment mixed string series. And now what we are going to do is, when we are going to approach to solve this problem, it is better to have some kind of modules rather than doing it as a single program. It will have more readability and reusability also will be good. It will be easy to understand also. So we are going to write two functions. One is to find the next character. Given a character, we are going to find the next character, and independently we will test whether it is working properly, and then we can put it in the entire code. That's the idea of solving this particular problem. So we are going to have two functions. The first function will find the next character. Given a character, it will find the next character. And the second function is, you are going to give two strings in the sequence and it will generate the third string. Okay, let us start coding. The first thing is, you are going to define a function. Okay, you are going to define a function to get next character. Okay, this is the first thing we are going to do. And next what we are going to do is, we are going to define a function to generate the third string. Okay, we can say generate the next string in the sequence, right? So whenever you are writing the function, you should also know what will be the input, right? So given will be the character. Okay, given will be the character. And when we look at the next function to generate the next string in the sequence, actually you will be given the previous two strings. Okay, so given previous two strings in the sequence, right? So so first of all, let us write this function. So define, def is the keyword to write a function. Okay, so next character, let us say the name of the function is next character, and you will get only one input, that's going to be the character. What I am going to do is, if the character is z, okay, if the character is z, then I am going to just return a, right? Because in the problem it is given that if the character is z, then the next character will be a. Otherwise what we are going to do is, we are going to let me say like ch1. Okay, ch1 equal to, I have to know what is the next character. So what I am going to do is, I am going to use the ORD function. ORD function will give the ASCII value of the character, and I am going to say +1. Okay, in ASCII the characters are in a sequence, right? So +1 will give the ASCII value of the next character, and I am going to convert that into back a character. So I am using the CHR function. ORD function will give the ASCII value given a character, and CHR function will do the opposite of that. Given the ASCII value, it will return the character. So I am taking it and I am going to return ch1, right? That's all. This is what is the next character function going to do. Next we are going to write the next string function. Okay, so let us say like next mixed string. Let me name the function as next mixed string, and it is taking two input, s1 and s2, right? And we are going to find the string, and that string is going to be s3. Initially let it be empty string. What we are going to do is, for I in range, okay, 0 comma n, or I should say len of s1. Okay, len of s1 will give me the length of the string, and it is given that both the strings of the same length. Of course we didn't check, thinking that the input will be all right. Perfect input is given, right? And we are going to do what? If I mod 2 is equal to 0. Actually this will be the real odd position, because this is the case for real odd position, because we know that the index starts from 0 in programming languages, but human value of indexing, way of indexing is it starts from 1, right? So when I am writing a code, I have to do opposite of what is given in the problem. In the problem it is given that odd position I should take from s1, but here I will do for even position, since the index starts from 0, it's going to be vice versa. So if I mod 2 equal to 0, then what I am going to do is S3 will be equal to next character of what? Which character I should take? S1 of 5, right? I have to take from S1, and otherwise I should say S3 equal to, I am going to now add a character to S3 by finding the next character, but with the character from S2, right? Okay, so let me come out of the loop and I will say return S3. Okay, so both the functions are returning actually the values. First one is returning the next character, and next function is returning the string in the sequence, right? Next string in the sequence. Now the code is, you are going to read the input, and for uniformity, let me convert it into lowercase. Even if it is like mixed with capitals and lower, I do not want to have a confusion, so I am just converting it into lower, but nothing is specified in the problem, just I am doing it. Now I am going to do the code. What should you do? You will also get another one input, that is the sequence number, index in the sequence, right? So I am reading that as n, and I am going to now write for I in range 0, n, right? What you are going to do? You are going to generate the next, next string, right? Next mixed string you are going to generate with S1 and S2. So I will get the third string. After getting the third string, now I should do with the second and the third, isn't it? So now I will say S1 is equal to S2. Now I am changing it, and S3 is equal to, S2 is equal to S3. Okay, that's it. So for n number of times it will go, but the point to be noted here is the first two strings of the sequence are already given. That is what is given. So if I want the nth sequence, I have to start from the third string. Okay, so since it is index, I am saying 2. So I will generate the third string, fourth string, fifth string, and so on, right? And I am going to, at last, what is an S3 is the desired string, which is in the nth position of the sequence, right? So let us try this code. 1 minute, let me take the input. Okay, so let us try this code, running it. And it is waiting for you to give the input. Let me give the first string, AMEY, DHFT, right? And I want the fifth one, right? Okay. So what happens here? You are getting an error. Why this error? Let us see, debug the code. When you look at this next mixed string, what I have done is, you are initializing it to an empty string, and when you are going to find the next character, you should concatenate it with that. Instead, I have just put equal to. That's the problem. So you should say plus equal to. So when you say plus equal to, S3 equal to S3 plus, that's what is the meaning. Okay. So now let us try to run that again. First string, DF, HT, second string, and 5, right? Let us see the output. CIGW, right? Instead of CKGW, you are getting it as CI. Is it correct? CIGW. Yeah, this one is C. And when you look at this, JK only should come. Why it is coming like this? Sorry, the input what I have given is different from what is on the slide. That's all. Other than that, it works fine. So let us run again and give the correct input. So the input first string is AMEY, and the second string is DHFT and 5. Okay, so now you get the right thing, CKGW, right? So when you are going to have modularity, you can see that the code clearly becomes readable. It is very, very nice to see the code also. See, I have given some, tried to give some meaningful names. So you have got a function for finding out what is the next character, and similarly next mixed string. So you look at the code, it's very clear. You are going to read the two strings, and you are going to read the number, and you are going to repeat. You are finding out what is the next mixed string by passing the thing, and then you are going to change the strings that should be considered for generating the next sequence, right? So modularity is very, very important when we are going to write somewhat bigger code, and it will improve the readability of the code also. Thank you.